to a lot of these situations. He will go back towards it again. So it definitely feels like with the double range in the bot lane, Heretics have kind of fought back against a lot of the poke that you would have had with the Varus in that bot side. So at least you have the opportunity here to try and prevent it. Then you can one-shot backline creep. So you got to see there that you're just able to send it through onto the Varus. So Varus is kind of stuck then, where you end up getting hit by these massive amounts of damage. You can get chunked out thanks to Rend resetting off of another creep. It becomes very difficult to play against. Oh my god!
Wonder is gonna get burned down! He wasn't ready. Oh, I feel like he knows. Look at, he's just staying right on the edge. He doesn't know. He didn't see it coming. Move forward, Q back, instant, easy smash there. Fall up on the bear stance. Get more, the ram stance, excuse me. Adam taken out. Nice counter punch. Coming in. There's no counterplay for the side of Team Heretics, then that's just a free objective.
But I think that's what Jankos is looking. You're more focused on top side for BDS. Heretics could just look for consistent plays and ganks and dives onto the bot lane.
And I also just think we've seen a lot of our games, most of our games. Now Yanko stepping in, has not spotted Sheo yet. Who are they going to try to turn on? Instantly it's going to be Yanko's. Yanko's just going to have to ult to try and disengage. Wonder now firing back. Ezreal coming in. Good damage, good follow-up. Perks from downtown. Nuke now coming into the play. He still has the shockwave up and available. Marking him up. Boom! Combo, baby! Sheo and Nuke working beautifully together. Perks just trying to lay down a little bit more damage, but he already has to run for his life. The Sapperling will not finish Sheo off, and BDS.
Quick, serrated Dirk. Well, might be needed here.
Lockdown there. Kaiser, does he have the Q set up? Just happy to have that damage onto Ice, not looking for the stun. Sidestep from Flakked. Trade of summoner spells thus far. LeBron backing off, of course, only level 5, has Flash, taking his time, will not get stunned up. Flash might not save his life, though. Needed to do it just a bit sooner. Flakked grabs. So for now, BDS very much in control of the Rift. We did see that kill go down bottom side, but it's still a 400 gold lead individually for Ice, 700 for Adam. Nuke getting further and further ahead. And Nuke is the one that, if you're on the side of Team Heretics, I think you have to be concerned about, because
a weird setup though for Heretics. They don't have control, and you're playing these choke points against Chain of Corruption and a Rumble ult. That's not where you want to be.
Body block at least getting one. Instant ulti now coming down. That's the equalizer. Lock up on the backside just to give a bit more health over to Flakked. LeBron now going to be in trouble, stepping off to the side. Just does manage to find the kill. Wonder running. Team Heretics running. Magical journey out to safety, but BDS bully their way into the Dragon Pit, and they're now ready to match 1-for-1 on the Drakes.
I mean, that was a terrible idea from Heretics. You had zero control in that area, no vision in the river, and you're walking through this super simple choke point for Ice and Adam to just combo up, and we saw it there. There was nothing that they could do. Kaiser ulted Flakked just to try and keep him safe because he realized how south.
And there's not really much of a play to be made here for Team Heretics.
Oh, Labra.
Flash over the wall, though. Big play for LeBron. Just deletes the Bard. And now Wonder has to run for the hills.
Get Ice rotating mid to cover that wave. It's pushed in. Perks could try and move down here, but I don't think you want to try and overcommit here for this one.
Perks already moving, but BDS just have the right to back away. It's really hard for Team Heretics to force here unless Jankos wants to full commit, and he does. LeBron now going to try to body block. Sheo, ulti could be big. That's the equalizer coming down, but they're just body blocking the Qs coming in from Perks over the wall, and they do not matter. Sheo still standing. Xin Zhao, oh baby, but a two-man lockup coming in from Kaiser is big. Sheo now running. Keep your eyes on Ice in the back line. The piercing arrow has to hit, and it does. Nuke still stepping forward. Wonder going through the portal will make it out alive, but every play the Team Heretics try to make happen, BDS just make one better.
Just get out of the jungle. Just stop lining yourselves up for the Rumble ultimate. Every time Adam is getting such high value from these plays, even Nuke as well.
A threat once those two are taken out.
And also, when you look at the map stakes, do you really...
Oh, nice. Interrupt on the charge.
I don't
Bard
think they
classic. Breaking mid lane tier 1 is really big here for BDS if they're able to get it done. Nice defense coming in from Team Heretics.
Heretics is Wonder on a side lane now is significantly less of a threat because it's like, okay, well, we lose a tier 1 in a side lane, but we'll get mid lane turret. They're probably going to do it now because they saw Perks on top side, to be honest. So you're like, all right, we'll happily take that trade.
Day, you stopped essentially probably what would have been a tier 2 Herald charge was, but so far, I think we're not seeing it on stage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put the blame onto the
all of Team Heretics. They don't even need a Baron. Just threatening there. Nice use of the equalizer to zone. Obviously, if Team Heretics don't back up, they probably just die on the dive. But it is 1-for-1 in terms of overall towers, and crucially, a bounty picked up here by Wonder. So it's just really hard to play out.
Yeah, especially they're trying to dump every bit of stats into Perks that they can. At the moment, you can see him pushing top side. Even Kaiser moving up there to try and help, but it does mean that the opportunity for you to play on the map is getting smaller and smaller, because that's 2 outer towers down.
Check every brush. The timing here has to be good. Kaiser ready to go for the wall. Nuke caught out a key pick. That could be it. Shut down. What else can Team
do now? They're collapsing on mid, though.
Heretics, Kaiser looking for the follow-up. Ulti gonna lock up 2. Hook not quite gonna hit the wall. Perks ready to free fire over the wall. Excellent timing on the Ezreal. But Sheo now trying to 1v1 the Ezreal on the backside. Meanwhile, equalizer going down, not hitting the targets that it needs to. But the knockup is there. Adam going over and looking to make a burn. Sheo coming out on top. Wonder going through, but the knockback is there from Sheo, stopping any follow-up damage. And BDS, they don't care if it's 4v5 because Nuke's there just in.
Adam was perfect. And even with Shale just waiting in the wings for anyone who flashed in over the wall, we'll get to see it here. That was their play though. That was Heretics saying, hey, we're going to give the tier 2, move Kaiser top to clear out vision and look for that pick, look for that moment that can maybe get us back into the game. And I think it was a good call. I think it was the right one to make. It's just unfortunate they couldn't capitalize on that advantage. And now we find ourselves back in the same position where tier 2 Terra mid goes down. Third Dragon goes across to BDS, and now it's just a waiting game until BDS kind of decide how they want to close this round.
And it seems like split pressure is the answer. Sheo's going to try to make this bot wave catch up. Team Heretics see an angle to force the play and are trying to lock him up. Kaiser going to find the stun, but Ice is untouched over the wall. Kaiser is dead, no doubt in my mind, as Ice is on a rampage. LeBron body blocking, making sure Flacken can't get into the fight. Now it's just Yanko has to run for the hills. BDS punching down at this stage. Team Heretics going for any angle they absolutely can to find a way back in, but BDS are simply too far ahead. Too calm, too tempered. They're not going to give them that angle.
Yeah, Heretics just looking for any sort of Hail Mary play they can go for, but it's been intercepted every time. And at BDS, they're marching towards the base. You've only got 3 members there, and I don't think they've been around for long.
Well, going through. BDS don't have to overcommit here, can play it out slow. Have you, and the map is very much stacked against the side of Team Heretics. Ezreal, they will be able to clear the way, but a beautiful equalizer. BDS just walking in and focusing down the tower. Yankos goes in with the twisted advance, but it's not nearly enough. Sheo immediately ult, stopping any potential follow-up damage. And I feel like this single champion just hard counters Team Heretics' hopes of coming back in the game. Xin ult doing work so consistently.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that Adam ended up getting ahead in the early stages has made these equalizers so disgusting to watch. And now BDS, it's just a victory march, and they decided that they want to make that happen through the bot side of the map. The wing becomes lightning, it's just going to hit away at them, but yeah, BDS, they're playing this slow, they're just going to back away. There's no real TP.
Baron going to drop here, easy pickup. Of course, Team Heretics looking to make some sort of counterplay, but the rest of his team have taken a reset, so there's not really a good push angle here. BDS just going to have to be
inhibitor, and then Nuke just takes top tower, so even though you got the Dragon, it's still falling between your fingers. Yanko's going to try and jump onto Nuke in that top side, but he's backed away. And now BDS are just threatening that last Nexus turret and taking this top inhibitor turret.
I mean, Team Heretics are, you know, walking a knife like it's a top rope right now. There is no perfect choice at this point. Yanko's going to step in. Lockup is now coming in. Excellent Bartle to interrupt the play. Perks, does he have any follow-up damage? LeBron getting chunked out. Carry on the backline untouched. Nuke starting to do a bit more. Equalizer now coming down. Flacken in trouble. Will just get cut out by Sheo. Yanko's on the run. BDS cleaning up in the fight. One last desperate attempt from Team Heretics. Heartfelt effort, but not enough here in the game 1. We'll need to look to recover in this best of 3 coming into game 2, and it's a full-off fountain dive. We'll at least get a kill back. BDS off to a commanding start.
Have to make sure that none of them survive that one, but that was a slaughter.
And now BDS also have a pretty easy to execute team comp. We do see the Blitzcrank locked in, getting the spicy bot lane that you were asking for.
Yeah, I think Heretics just really needed to make this volatile bot lane matchup happen.
Good know that Yankos is going to be on reset and coming onto the spot side jungle.
Lebrov, Hex flashing in. It's going to be the hookup. Now it's going to be a 2v3 right off the bat because Lebrov is going to go down, but the Igniters are taking on the Flack, and Flack can knock back to the wall. 1 kick kill, but now the Barnes gets to start to take over. At least another one traded back. Body blocks coming in as long as they block the ball breaker. Maybe Ice can live. Ice flashing out to safety. Flash forward from Yankos to seal the deal, and now looking to turn it back. Yankos favored to the 1. If at first you don't succeed or partially succeed, try again. Lebrov walking up. There's really no way out of this. Kaiser should just be dead here. Knocked back into the waiting arms of Ice, and BDS just make that look free. Team Heretics over-eager on the bottom side, had more members en route, but not nearly enough in the area.
Still though, Heretics want to try and find the pick. The warning signal should be flying from Nuke to say that they're missing, but Labrov hasn't listened to them, and now Heretics have found him.
Trying to commit. Yanko's only level 5. Perks now ready to go in, has locked up Ice, easy kill response. Caught the wrong target. Lebrov trying to make it out to safety, but Team Heretics with an excellent counter punch on the bottom side. Have to be careful about overcommitting here. Yankos could be in trouble. Knocked back into the tower. No minion waves there to tank him up. Big misstep from the Vi, but no, Flacket tanking flawlessly to keep his jungler stand. Very aggressive. Again, Wonder has no ultimate. He has no Q stacks. He'll be able to grab at least 1 here, but Adam's going to contest him for it. Sheo looking for the ankle. Wonder doing his best not to get caught up by the Poppy. Unstoppable now. Body block knocked back into the wall. It's clean thus far. Adam immediately going to ult, click, kill, but no! How many times do we have to be reminded? Wonder's the hardest man to dive in our league.
How does he keep doing it? I mean, literally the last time these two teams faced off,
yes,
this same thing happened, except Adam went down. At least he learned his lesson this time, but maybe it's the bot lane that needs to learn theirs.
Team Heretics with the counter punch. Excellent ball breaker to interrupt initially. Now the alt follow-up to make sure that nothing else connects. Ice going to be in trouble. Kaiser now following up. Blitzcrank, hook, pull back. They've locked him in. Flacken now getting pulled away, but LeBron going to be the one in trouble. Team Heretics taking over on the bottom side of the map. Next ball breaker. Kaiser going to take aggro here initially. Ready to move out if he needs to. LeBron going to get taken down. Sheo on the way in, but nah. The Ren coming. Small CS lead as well. 10 in his favor. Nuke trying to bait. Nice pull back there. Sheo on the way in. Surely no way that Perks can make it out of this one. Throws out the clone, but they've got time to kill both.
Make sure they can't TP, but
true.
Looks like Heretics, they're going to get it anyway. Instead, BDS are just going to play for push mid, rotate to top side, and see if they can force.
Menacing.
A lot of Heretics members here, though.
But I think that this is fine. Adam's just going to wander in. Kaiser in the area. Now they just zoom out. Phased. As that was bad. That was very, very bad. Hook comes in on the bottom side. His team, though, gonna try to help him find a bit more redemption as Flacken jumps in for a quick kill on the top side, potentially on Adam as well. Adam flashing in, instantly shutting down Yankos, and Perks might be in trouble too. That's a red buff. That is a very fast Garen.
That dragon moves.
Yankos not using any abilities, keeping the illusion alive as long as possible. Is that Yankos or is it Perks? Well, now they probably know, because there's a surprise Callista off to the side. Perks, ulti, BDS, I think, just trying to bait it out. They know that Perks is waiting off to the side. This is such a tricky one to play. Hexgate already coming through. BDS immediately can go in. They know they have a few seconds. Perks, I think, a little bit over-eager. Blast coning over, has the rocket belt, has the ulti, needs to get to the backside, but Sheo says not today. But who will get the Drake? LeBron for the setup. Sheo still in the pit. Ice off to the side, taking down Yankos. BDS dismantling Team Heretics in the exchange, getting the objective, and Perks is now in trouble. Wonder trying to fire back. 2 dead on the side of BDS. 2 dead on the side.
A Nuke and Ice body Yankos. They get the dragon because there's no jungler for Heretics, and now
they're able to get there, but BDS has saved themselves. Nuke, however, might be in trouble. Smite now going in. Perks with the follow-up setup. Pullback is there, but there's just no way out. Too much CC. Sheo can try to follow up. Garen's
they can start to look for picks once more. But I feel like as we start to move in towards, hey, you know, Adam having big threat on this top side, he's going to be able to take, even looking at Nuke going to match the push from Wonder on top side.
Good lane assignment coming in from BDS. Yeah. Wonder is going to grab that tier 2, essentially uncontested here, but Adam with no TP'd it out. Now recognizes that Cassante is fake Perks. Perks throwing down some spells, and it just looks like nothing's really going to happen here. Objective ready to go down. Sheo ready to body block. Yanko's going to go to the pin. He's going to take one away. Soul point for Team Heretics. Knockback immediately on a Rob. Adam in the backside, just trying to one-shot Flacken. But the ulti, Kaiser doing everything he can to keep Flacken alive, and they'll do it. They keep their man standing. Wonder getting ushered out on the backside of the Dreams here. 8K. Not great vision. Wonder ready to go in. Knockback, not gonna connect onto anybody. That is crucial. Baron should just be Team Heretics. BDS are looking for the follow-up fight, but already the knockback into the wall. They're trying to finish it. They're going against it! Against the Callista! Against all! But the split push is happening. BDS really need to get aggressive here. Response now coming in from Nuke. TP now coming in as well. No interruption. Man advantage in the fight for the side of Team Heretics, but a nice start with the immediate shutdown as LeBron gets the kill credit onto Yankos. Perks trying to kick things off, but he only manages to lock down 2. Adam gets pulled back into the back line and should just get deleted, but he keeps on spinning for just a little bit too long. Ice is untouched. Nuke is untouched. Shockwave onto 2, and down go BDS. It's a triple for Ice.
And it might just be a 2-0 victory here for BDS. That was a beautiful fight. Labrov finding the hook immediately as Perks TP'd in meant he couldn't get the flash fight that he wanted. And now BDS will crack open the base. Looks like they won't go for the throat just yet. They'll just leave the base in shambles.
1 inhibitor down, likely a second to follow. Perks up first on the TP, but just not able to make it count. Nail-biting fights. BDS just out-executing by the slimmest margins. Yankos has to be careful about stepping too far forward here. Vault Breaker just to clear the way. Until the next Drake, that is soul points for Team Heretics. Maybe one more steal could net them a soul. Start to even out.
Try and contest this with the way the game is set up.
Yeah. And again, I think that kind of the story
of these years, when he's on things like the Orianna, you can see how strong he's got. Crypt Bloom now. He's gonna hurt.
Back there, but there's no real follow-up. Perks already spotted out on the wave. Sheo now stepping forward. Instant ult to knock up 2. Barzal now gonna follow. Perks cleansing out, but he just has the ult to get out to safety. BDS. They get this fight. Yankos just gets to run. They can try to turn back on LeBron, but here comes Nuke. Eyes on the Orianna. Eyes on the potential shockwave. Instant follow-up coming in from Adam. Instant 2-man shockwave. BDS cleaning house. Nowhere left for Team Heretics to go. Sheo says, Wonder, you can keep your life. We're gonna take the base.
I mean, Heretics will have one more in them as they move down to the lower bracket with this win. But BDS, they want to make this a resounding victory here.
Absolutely do. No shockwave left, but BDS simply too powerful. Game 2, much more back and forth, much closer, but at the end of the day, BDS just playing better in the fights, out-executing, outperforming. They're going to keep on the upper bracket as they take down Team Heretics with a relatively clean 2-0.
I mean, Labrov putting away his mouse as the Nexus falls. You can see they were confident throughout this one. Another day in the office for BDS as well.
After this play, he was up, I think, like 500-600 gold.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a snowball there from BDS.
And that's what we've talked about BDS and every member of BDS being aware of what happens and when on the map and making the best advantage of this and actually opening situations for themselves and creating opportunities to win the game. It was not an easy one for Heretics and honestly hard to come back for them here.
Yeah, it's a pretty brutal situation for them to be in because it feels like they got mostly outperformed, both individually and as a team.
Yeah.
They also took some pretty big risks in draft. I'm not entirely sure what they were cooking. We'll get to that later, but I think if you're them, you just hit the reset button, play more standard, draft more standard, and then it's going to be a different game, hopefully.
And they had one good situation here, shutting down Nuke, but it was not enough. And GB will now break down how BDS was able to win the 4v5 team fight and seal the game.
You're right about that. It was a good pickup on Nuke initially. As you can see in this play, it's actually going to turn into a 4 versus 5 in favor of Team Heretics. And if you're in this moment as Heretics in a game where you've been down throughout majority of it, you need to make it work. So as we roll out the clip, let's have a look at what we're currently looking at. We already know Nuke is dead, and they see a perfect ultimate in the middle here right now from Kaiser, who's going to lock it up. If you have a look at the minimap, you can also see not only is it 5 versus 3, Adam is still not connected to the play. He's walking through his blue side jungle. So as the 4 versus 5 rolls out, great flash in from Kaiser to bait it out and forcing a good ultimate onto the two members. But this is where they start splitting apart. You can already see right now that a great Maokai ultimate is going to come in through, trying to lock multiple members up. But what Perkz is currently doing is that he's standing way too close to this wall, and that allows for Shio, as soon as he comes out of the play, to dash up. And now it becomes a split fight. Currently, Wunder is trying to go on the Nautilus. The rest of Team Heretics wants to secure Shio, and Ice is just hitting in the back, free after having just landing a perfect ultimate. So as you roll it out, Equalizer completely misses, but Flackett in his chase of Shio, and let's watch that again. Flackett in his chase of Shio walked into Perk, walks into Kaiser, and allows for them all three to get knocked up, which completely allows BDS to take a 4 versus 5, clean the rest of it up. Nuke's teleport comes through, even though it doesn't really do anything. And it's just a testimony to the things that have been going wrong with Team Heretics. Even when it's looking good for them, mechanically at times, they still mess it up. And yeah, they were down in gold. But as I said earlier, you need to make a 4 versus 5 work like this, especially with the setup and all the ultimates that you had. But that was all I had for the Telus breaker. So to break the rest of it down, I'll throw it back to the desk.
And thank you so much, GB. And that's why I really, really like this breakdown, because it shows so much why you should get worried about Team Heretics. Because even when they build for good situation, they're not even able to make them flawlessly happen. And I don't know, for me, it's both team play mistakes and individual mistakes that don't work here. And I don't know what to expect from them, because Perkz said that they will show up in playoff. They're not showing up so much here. What can we expect in game 2?
I mean, I think, just like you said, it's kind of everything going wrong. If you can't win a 5v4 when you land a really good engage, like what can you win? I think it's also very frustrating to play those games, because when you come back after the game, you're like, wait guys, how don't we win the 5v4? Well, it should have been easy, right? Then you have to look at it and you go, oh, like if everyone basically did an individual mistakes, like everyone overextended, split targets, etc. So there's a lot of things for them to go through, and I think it kind of starts from draft, kind of making it easy from the get-go. I think that's my #1 point to them.
I think what's interesting is, like we talked about in the pre-show, we have one team that's really fresh and new, many, players with limited experience, and one that have played for literally forever. But the guys who have been around forever have zero synergy. Like, they're just in completely different pages. And the others, they, sure, there's some individual mistakes here and there, but at least they're all following the same call and doing the same thing. And I think, while we can talk about the individual stuff and draft, that is the main thing that makes them look so bad compared to BDS.
And
I think, like when I was looking at this draft, I see Varus 1P, right? You respond with Ezreal Maokai, which makes a lot of sense in my eyes. But then you go for the Ezreal mid flex with the Kalista. And in my eyes, the Kalista doesn't really have an easy game to play in this draft. I think, especially with the Nautilus being picked on 4 by BDS because of the Blitzcrank ban, I really think Heretics should have banned out Nautilus. It's the easiest engaged champ against Ezreal and Kalista that you have in the game. In my mind, that was kind of the biggest draft blunder that Team Heretics did. I think they had a very easy comp kind of built up, and then the Kalista kind of made it difficult for no reason. So even though they won in lane, it was enough to have kind of a team fight impact.
And I think what you both bring here is really important because, again, it comes also from the draft not having a clear direction. They want to stay on red side here for this second game, using these counter picks, hopefully for them. What do we want to see here on the side of Team Heretics?
Well, I would like to see them actually using both their blinds and counter picks properly, because none of it really made too much sense. We saw the last pick, Udyr into Rumble, which was a complete disaster. Like Treach just mentioned, the bans weren't really ideal and they gave up Nautilus when they shouldn't. The Israel is a complete question mark. It reminds me a bit of in 2021 when all mid laners were playing Lee Sin, and they're like, oh, this looks fun, I'm gonna play this, but like they have no idea what they're doing. Like, why are you picking it so early, you know?
Yeah, for me, that's the main problem, is that you want to pick something easy to execute if you're going to have that many issues executing easy comps to begin with. And especially when you look on the side of Team BDS, who came prepared, because for me, seeing Adam on Rumble is not something I expected to see in 2024, not at all. So they have new picks alongside a really solid gameplay to begin with.
Yeah, I think they were kind of going for the easy draft, right? They have Nautilus R, Rumble R in team fights, long-range poke from Varus, and kind of the Orient to follow. So I thought the BDS draft was very straightforward, and Heretics on the other side, I think they were trying to go in every direction, kind of come